So in this video, we're going to see Donald Trump deflect blame, oversimplify economics, and throw the Federal Reserve under the bus for problems he helped create. Let's watch the full clip and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end.
Okay, questions?
Mr. President, you said that higher interest rates are making it harder for veterans to refinance. There's a stronger than expected GDP report this morning. What do you say to analysts who worry that lowering interest rates would actually lead to inflation?
Well, if that happens, then we just raise them. What you do is you lower them, and let's see if there's inflation. Right now, there's no inflation. Everybody thought there would be. All we have is billions of dollars of cash pouring into our country from other countries that took advantage of us for many, many years. You know, they were taken advantage of. We were like the stupid people that didn't know what they were doing. They took advantage of us. Other countries, friend and foe. And by the way, the friend was oftentimes much worse than the foe when it comes to trade. So if that happens, what you do is you raise your rates and you do what you have to do to stop inflation. But we're keeping the rates high, and it's hurting people from buying houses, and we don't want that. If for any reason that happened in a year or two, if there's some signs of inflation coming back, right now there's not. We have a great thing going. I think we're going to have the richest economy you've ever seen. We have money coming in that we've never even thought about at numbers that nobody's ever seen before. We have a deal with Japan where they're going to pay us $550 billion. We have a deal with Europe where they're doing $750 billion plus $400 billion plus $300 billion. And many other countries, it's likewise, you know, relatively, those are two big ones, but likewise. So we have a lot of money coming in, and we have no inflation, and we're very strong, and we should be lowering the rates. You know, each point that this gentleman keeps up costs us $365 billion a year. Think of that. 1 point, $365 billion. If you bring it down a point, we save 365. We should be the lowest interest rate, and we're not. We're 38, number 38, because of the Fed. It's all because of the Fed. He's done a bad job. Now, he's got a meeting today, but I call him too late. You know, he's always too late. Even if he does it today, probably won't. I hear they're going to do it in September, not today. For what reason? Nobody knows, but Europe, as you know, cut their rates 11 times in the last short period of time. But the good news is we're doing better than anybody anywhere in the world. Nobody's doing anything even close to us, even with the higher rates. The higher rates do affect housing, though, because people can't go out and get a loan or refinance their house. And it would be nice to have them be able to do that. That would be just another check of a box. That would be very important. Yeah, please.
Okay, wow. I mean, where do we even begin with that? Because that wasn't just economic commentary that was like watching a guy skim a macroeconomics textbook during a campaign rally, then freestyle the rest based on vibes. So right out of the gate, Trump's pushing this idea that interest rates should come down immediately because apparently, according to him, there's no inflation and billions of dollars are just magically pouring into the country, which sounds amazing, right? Except no, that's not how any of this works. And look, I get it. Interest rates affect housing. Sure. Mortgage rates go up. People buy less. Veterans struggle to refinance. Yes, those things are true. But the way Trump frames it, like Jerome Powell is this rogue villain personally sabotaging the economy. That's just absurd. The Fed exists to operate independently of political pressure for a reason. And Trump just casually undermines that because what? He wants cheaper money before the next election? It's all about optics with him. Always has been. And then, okay, this is where I really started losing it. He says, and I quote, "If inflation happens, then we just raise them again like it's flipping a light switch. Just cut rates now and see what happens." Are you joking? That's like crashing your car on purpose because technically you could buy a new one. No thought to long-term consequences, no plan, just vibes and slogans. Also, and I cannot believe this needs saying, Trump helped cause inflationary pressure with that ridiculous trade war with China. The man was slapping tariffs on steel and aluminum and soybeans like he was playing bingo. And then he'd change course a week later. It wrecked supply chains, made imports more expensive, and dumped those costs on American consumers. That's not me speculating. Go look at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce data. They hated his tariff policies. And that's the Chamber of Commerce, not exactly Bernie Brothers. And he keeps talking about these massive deals with Japan and Europe, 550 billion here, 750 billion there. Where are these deals? Like, genuinely, where are they? Because the actual trade numbers don't even come close. These aren't deals, they're daydreams. Made up numbers to make it sound like he's doing business when all he did was burn bridges with allies and pick fights with Canada over milk. Now, about Jerome Powell, look, I'm not here to defend him like he's some progressive hero, but he was nominated by Trump. Let's not forget that. And now Trump's throwing him under the bus for doing the job Trump gave him, for not yanking levers fast enough. It's shameless. And the kicker, Trump goes, we're number 38 because of the Fed. First of all, what ranking? Number 38 in what? Is there an interest rate Olympics I missed? It's not a global leaderboard, it's monetary policy. You can't compare the US to countries with negative rates and massive unemployment. That's like comparing your Spotify Wrapped to someone else's bank statement. It makes no sense. So yeah, watching this was just a masterclass in gaslighting, economic illiteracy, and a total inability to accept any responsibility for the conditions he helped create. He wants to sound like a savvy businessman, but he's just recycling buzzwords, blaming experts, and bragging about deals that don't exist. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. While you're down there, hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.